everyone, to Marketing Tips Tuesday with Practicefuel, the 9-step system that will show you everything you need to know to use the internet to grow your practice. And today is the upstate New York edition because we are up here in the summer on a lake having a wonderful time. But I wanted to make sure that I reached out for today's marketing tip because this is something that you might have heard of or you might not have heard of, but HIPAA compliance in your marketing is extremely important, a whole lot more difficult than anything that I had previously thought. And so we are in the process of getting that certification because it is vital. And I think that it's important that you understand just some of the basics, the things that sort of surprise me. And let me just cover the number one thing that I want to make sure that you know, because if you remember the 9-step systems, these haven't changed, right? So we still have, the foundation, the fuel, and the floodgates. Well, remarketing, up there in the top right, that is sort of the last piece of the puzzle that we put in place that kind of just opens up those floodgates and makes things work extremely, extremely well. However, you have to be very, very careful about how you do your remarketing or your retargeting in order to stay HIPAA compliant. Because if you follow people around with a specific type of treatment that they have shown an interest in, you are no longer HIPAA compliant. It's that simple. And that actually was a big surprise. We obviously learned that about several months ago. So we have been making that shift so that we can make sure that all of our clients are HIPAA compliant, but also that we are HIPAA compliant along with you so that you know that if anything happens on our end, you're not liable. And if anything happens on your end, we're not liable. So we are in that process of getting that certification. So I'll let you know when that is done. But the most important thing for you to know is that if you are doing remarketing or retargeting, meaning when somebody lands on your website, they land on a specific page, let's say it's about Invisalign, and now you have the ability to follow them around the internet with Invisalign targeted ads. You can't do that. And there are ways that we have been successful doing that. But it is just really skirting the letter of the law there. So I'm highly recommending that you do not do that. You can still do the sort of what we call the, are you still interested in dental services? Are you still interested in, getting a great smile? But you cannot, and you should not, put a specific service that you know they've shown interest. So if you're a dentist and they've shown that they are interested in implants, what a great opportunity to follow them around for the next 180 days, or at least 90 days, and give them an offer on implants. Don't do it. It's one of those things that we just absolutely know works. We want to do it, but it's probably not worth doing. So you can certainly still follow them around. You just have to be very careful about what content you use to get them to come back to you. And that doesn't mean that you can't still take them to a landing page about what it is that you know they've shown interest in, but that's not what you're going to follow them around the internet with, because the reason that is an issue is because if someone else is using a person's laptop or phone or whatever it is that you're retargeting them on, you don't know who's using the phone. So that's one of the main things that just causes an issue. So that if I have a phone and my wife is using it and she's now seeing ads about Invisalign for me, then that is the violation. That is where it comes in. And that's why you don't want to do it. So there are a whole host of other things that you want to be aware of in order to stay HIPAA compliant with your marketing. So make sure that whoever you're working with is HIPAA compliant and that they understand those nuances and that they're not getting you in trouble, and then have an agreement between the two, between your practice and the agency. This is something that we are in the process of just putting together right now, because it is that important. And we're going to make sure that everyone has that in place so that you are never liable for anything that we might have done on your behalf. And we're not liable for anything that you might have done and, in the terms of marketing. So I just want to make sure that we are talking about that stuff. We're going to keep talking about it because, we are going through this massive, massive amount of research and study and certification in order to make sure that we're taking great care of not only everyone out there, but our clients especially, but making sure that just some of these nuances so that you don't get yourself in any trouble. All right, that's all I have for today. I hope you found some value in it. I look forward to seeing you next time on Marketing Tips Tuesday with Practicefuel. That's it for me. Bye for now.